Welcome in, everybody, to Fantasy Pros. This is the live stream with me, Joey P, and of course, my co-host, a man who's never been invited to a Diddy party, D-Bro, Derek Brown, the king of bros. Of course, Sal filling in here today for our good pal Seth. As I said, Seth just became a daddy, which means he's probably got no sleep at all. No more Diddy talk, no more daddy talk. We're just talking football here. That's all we're doing here on Fantasy Pros. If you got questions, we've got answers. This is the Start Sit live stream. D-Bro, it's nice to see you. Sorry I didn't see you on Tuesday. You know, you got to do some things. You know, life stuff happens once in a while. But yes, dear, it's good to see you. Lots of injuries this week. That seems to be the theme. And I think the most challenging thing is trying to determine whether or not guys are going to be in or out. And this is why the Are They Playing tool is so important. So this is kind of be the theme of the show. But are they playing? If you go to FantasyPros.com, this is how you can check it out there, and you'll see the percentages of these guys. And this week, maybe more than ever, that's going to come into play. We'll talk more about that as we get into the show. Also, this is the time in October to make sure that you are starting to expand your football horizons. Maybe some of your fantasy teams are great. Maybe some of them aren't very good, and you're getting a little frustrated and you want to make some extra cash back. Well, we've got something for you. If you right now download the BettingPros app for the first time, you could get the free trial of the premium tools, not for 1 day, not for 2 days, not for 3 days, for 30 days. Again, October, you got college football, NFL, you've got Major League Baseball, you've got NHL, NBA, you got all the sports you could possibly have, and they're all happening right now. Again, use this. The promo code is FP free. That's what you put in there, FP free, to unlock your free month. Again, download the BP app. You can, even if betting isn't legal in your state, you can go ahead and make some picks. We've got contests going on there, weekly prizes, monthly prizes. So just have some fun with us, or start to understand the fun and beauty that is wagering on football with us. Again, FP free. Download the BP app wherever you get your apps, or Betting Pros Premium for 30 days. All right, Derek Brown, that's enough out of me. Let's talk to you. Let's get to the questions here. We got so many. Let's start with Sarah's question. Standard league, start Bigsby, Dell, or Doubs. Doubs has been pretty good. That's where I'd lean.
So this
standard,
depends.
though.
This depends on if Etienne is active or not. He's limited right now in practice, but that was the same thing last week. I actually kind of lean tank with this one. One of the tanks. It's either Bigsby or Dell for me. If Etienne is active, then it's Dell. But if Etienne is out, then it's tank Bigsby for me.
Yeah, that definitely. Look, the standard league throws the wrench into it. If Etienne's out, yes, it's Bigsby.
You touchdown hunting. That's all it is.
That's all you're doing. Goff or Burrow from MP.
Ooh, I'm going Burrow. Then the game shoots out.
Gustavo, pick 2 for flex spots. Jennings with hip injury, Wicks, Tracy, Hunter Henry, Rashod White, Tillman, or Shakir. So 2 get the start this week. Where are you going?
So I don't even know if Jennings plays this week. He's still not practicing. I don't care what Kyle Shanahan says to the media. Wicks is a part-time player. Tracy's a part-time player in a terrible matchup. I'm going Rashod White and Cedric Tillman.
Yes.
I know you're big on I know you're big on Tillman, man, and I'm with
There's
you.
No,
Baltimore is a pass funnel.
Man, I don't think
there's
a lot of fantasy show except ours last Tuesday that talked about Cedric Tillman.
Yep.
Talked about him. I brought him up on the show.
He's going to get brought up again tomorrow on a video that's going to go live for YouTube.
And look, he might not have as big of a day as he did last week, but the process was good. The opportunity is going to be there. I like it. And I'm hopeful. Again, this was a player I really liked coming into the league. Sal, actually, our producer, found a tweet of mine from like last year draft time where I was like, I like Cedric Tillman. I think this is a good spot for him. He might be able to, really do something in Cleveland. Now, he didn't do anything last year, but then again, wasn't really given much of an opportunity. Jordan, let's give him an opportunity. Full PPR, start Jennings, D-Hop, or Rhamondre Stevenson in the flex. Again, this is a little tricky here because of the way things are going. Rhamondre is the easiest one right now.
And he didn't practice to open Wednesday with the foot issue, so who knows if he plays. I think he does play, and I would lean Rhamondre out of these because I don't know if Jennings is going to play. D-Hop is going to play, but I mean, come on, dude. How many snaps?
It's also, Jets Pats. That's a big game for those teams.
You don't want to pass the ball against the Jets. You can run the ball against them.
Yeah, I know. I watched Najee Harris run amok on them last week.
Yep.
All right, let's go to Michael's question. Good afternoon, guys. Quick question. Rashod Bateman or Cedric Tillman rest of season? I know Bateman had that splash game last week.
Tillman.
I'm leaning towards Tillman because I just don't know if there's enough every week for Bateman.
Bateman's role in this offense is not a high volume role. You basically the secret sauce with him is read the primer. If the team he's facing is bad versus deep passing, he's a flex option. But he's probably still not gonna sniff the type of target share weekly that Tillman's going to in that offense. So I agree, Tillman.
I also think that the Browns will be playing from behind more often than not too. So you're more apt to get better game scripts for Tillman as opposed to for Bateman, who most of the time, let's be honest, it's probably going to be the Ravens ahead. Most times more
Derrick
often than
Henry
not.
show, baby. Derrick Henry show. Isn't that a beautiful movie? Still in the year 2024, Joey?
He looks so good. Like he looks so good right now.
He's him. He's him until he decides to retire, man. He's so, he's awesome, man.
The dude is just Hall of Fame, baby. Hall of Fame talent. Hall of Fame talents. Those guys, you don't loop into the buckets he's 30 or he's on a
outliers. Stay outliers, dude. It is
Hall of Famers stay Hall of Famers. That's what it is. Abel, hey bros. Should I start Nabers against Joey Porter, or do I pivot to Bucky Irving or Christian Watson? No, you start Nabers.
You start Nabers, and Bucky Irving's probably not going to play this week. He's dealing with a toe issue, so.
That's good for my Rashod White shares, who, by the way, I think we didn't get to talk about this, since the Godwin injury and then Mike Evans getting hurt. I don't know. I think it's going to
be a big week, man. He's another guy that's in my primer video this week.
Who, Rashod White?
Rashod White.
Yeah, yes, I do too. I think White's going to work
a
lot more.
Big weekend coming for him.
You might see him in the slot a little bit. You might see him work it. He looked good. I'm going to say this. He looked as best as he looked all year in that last game. And maybe he just hasn't been healthy all year. Like maybe that's it. At the end of the day,
I will say this. I don't know if the added competition or what have you has lit a fire under him, but Rashod White, the tackle breaker, is not something we have ever seen in the NFL. No. But right now, he is 21st in missed tackles forced per attempt and 15th in yards after contact per attempt. So people might think I'm having an outer body experience right now, considering I've never been on the Rashod White bandwagon. dude's playing good this year. Got to give him a
Where were you at with the wide receivers too? Were you McMillan, Shepard, or Shepard McMillan, or
I think
Palmer?
It's Shepard over McMillan. I think Shepard takes the slot. I think McMillan is going to get targets, but I think the rookie still got some growing pains. Him and Baker. I mean, anybody that watched that game last week, one of those interceptions that almost happened was definitely on McMillan. Like Baker throws a comeback route, and McMillan just keeps running. He does. I mean, he needs that. But the other part about this is I would not have burned any fab on Trey Palmer. If you read the waiver wire article on Fantasy Pros earlier in the week, there's a reason we didn't write him up.
Speaking of Trey Palmer, Miguel Rivera, should I start Trey Palmer and Keenan Allen this week, or Calvin Ridley, Jalen Waddle? I would be, here's the thing. It's Keenan Allen and Jalen Waddle. Like that, those are the combo, if that's what you're trying to do. So it would be Waddle, Allen, Ridley, Palmer for me. For me,
it's Allen. Allen's number one, and then Waddle's number two. Allen has a fantastic coverage shell matchup versus the Commanders this week.
D'Angelo Walker. Who should I start in my RB2? Rashod White, Travis Etienne, or Rico Dowdle at a full point PPR. And the PPR, I think I lean towards White here.
It's easy, Rashod White. Like apparently we're just gonna get this is all Rashod White day. So
that's fine.
Enjoy it. Buckle up, Joey.
Nicholas Bryce Young is arguably the worst player in the NFL, and he started.
I don't disagree with you.
Do I start Chuba for Tank Bigsby and sit Deontay for Xavier Worthy?
I wouldn't sit Deontay for Worthy. I would play Tank over Chuba. If Etienne's out.
If Etienne's out, I play Tank over Chuba. If Etienne's playing, I play Chuba. Either way, regardless, I like Worthy this week against the. Worthy's close to some big explosive moments. It just hasn't.
Dude, he's been getting so many targets and he's done nothing with them.
I know.
I know the big game's coming, but I don't know if it's.
And it's the Raiders, man, and that's a team that's folded up the tens.
I just think they're going to run the damn ball with Kareem and say we're going to squash them with our defense and our rushing attack, kind of like they did last week. So we'll see.
Deuce. Hey guys, PPR, half PPR. Who should I start my flex? Pollard, B-Rob, or Javonte Williams. My other starting RBs are Hall and Walker.
I think we're gonna handhold on this, Joey. Are you going Vontae on this one? I think dude, versus the Panthers. Come on.
Yeah, I think you have no choice.
Javonte's gonna run all over.
You know me. I always want to start B-Rob then in that grouping too.
I know, but Marcus Mariota led offense. That's probably what you get this week.
I know, but a part of me. The thing is, like last week, he looked pretty good running that offense, but it was against the Panthers, so you got to take it with a grain of salt.
I was going to say, it's against the Panthers. That should make you feel really good about Bo Nix this week.
All of a sudden, those Denver Broncos, man, last week in a 16-team league, it's a really tough league. I streamed the Denver Broncos defense on Thursday night. That was good. Sure. That basically won the week, because all you got to do is have one moment like that, especially from a defense, and everything else just has to fall on the line. Tane. Hey pros, Garrett Wilson or BTJ this week. Also, better disturb songs, Stricken or Sound of Silence.
Ooh.
I like Stricken. The Sound of Silence
is a banger, but Draymond, I will say the vocal performance on Sound of Silence that's one that stays with you, dude. Like his vocals on that are just ridiculous. Oh my god.
I gotta tell you, like I love know Stricken, if it's my favorite Disturbed cover. I want to say Land of Confusion.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Or Shout, I still would put over Sound of Silence. I know the vocals are amazing. Yeah. I know the vocals are amazing on it, and his live version is terrific. The live version of him singing it is great.
He's Draymond's God, he's still so good now.
Good dude
man.
too.
Still, oh man, oh yeah, he's freaking awesome. Would welcome him on the real
question, or do we?
I don't know. We kind of went off on a side tangent.
Garrett Wilson or BTJ? I don't think we answered the real question.
It's BTJ for me.
More Although
I do think
like
Garrett has a bounce back. Yeah,
Let's
seriously, we can get it. We could talk new metal. We could talk rock bands.
Come on, we can talk whatever you want. Vontagon. Vontagon. How many sizes does a Vontagon have?
I was gonna say it sounds like an appetizer, but yeah,
like an anime robot that like joins to itself.
8.5.
8.5.
A Vontagon has 8.5. Yeah,
that half side you got to watch for. Yeah. Stroud or Caleb Williams.
Draw that one, kids. Caleb actually.
Don't draw.
You know what? I take it back. I'm going Stroud. I think Caleb. Both of these quarterbacks. The tough thing about them is both those defenses. You can pass on. You can run on. It's like, where do the freaking touchdowns go? I think Houston's going to make it a point to sit here and for Stroud to have a bounce back game, but Caleb is also going to be a top 12 quarterback.
I would start Caleb because against Washington off the bye, especially if Daniels doesn't play, I think it's a really good spot where Caleb just keeps getting opportunities if they can't move the football.
He could, yeah.
I mean, like that.
I know
the Houston games sometimes get crazy there with Indianapolis. Like sometimes those totals get big, but without Nico, I don't feel as good. With Nico, that offense is different to me.
The end point of this is I think this is a good problem to have. I think regardless of whoever you lean with, they are going to be a top. No, exactly. I think they're going to be a top 10 quarterback for the week. So, it's kind of go with your gut.
All right, boys and girls, you like free stuff? Of course you do.
Ooh.
We're giving away this week. It is amazing. It is the teeny tiny loser belt. And I finally got the dimensions on it, everyone, because I asked. See, I asked the important
pinky
questions.
Ring?
Yeah, no, I said, how big is this? Does it go around your thumb? Does it like go around a small child? Like, how big is it? 21 inches in length by 4.5 wide. So there you go. The closest button, 16 to 19 inches. And the main plate, I even got the main plate measurements, 5.5 inches by 4. So basically the belt is 5.5 by 4. It's tiny. So this is very funny. So here you go.
Stick it on a baby? That's interesting.
Yeah. Or and if you want to win this, all you have to do is drop your comments below, subscribe to the Fantasy Pros YouTube channel. That is the big thing you got to do, and then ring the bell till that goes ding for notifications, so you know if you are the big winner of the teeny tiny loser title belt from our good pals over at Trophy Smack, the #1 destination for epic fantasy tournament trophies. Back to the questions. Let's get Kim's
that belt might fit Erickson. What do you think, Joey?
5'4". Yeah, well, not since he got married, he let himself go now.
It's not cutting season anymore.
He's been married, like 4 months now?
Yeah, lots of hot pockets.
I'm not body shaming Erickson. He's still like
he's still got like a 12
like
pack. He can still do more crunches than I can curls. It's kind of crazy.
He always looks tired though. Is that because he did all these crunches? That's probably why.
Yeah, it's because he's planking all day long.
Can we do it?
He's writing his articles in a plank.
He should do some of those like just the short videos there.
While he's planking?
Yeah, he should just be Erickson planking, giving fantasy advice.
Man, the camera angle on that would be interesting.
Let us know in the chat. You guys want to see that? We can make it happen. I've got some pull around here. Kim Nix. Okay. Let's go, pros, bros. Full PPR pick 2. Marvin Harrison Jr., Jennings, Puka, or B-Rob. No pressure. Just makes or breaks my mood for the week. Thanks for that.
Thanks, Kim.
Kim, you're our people.
No pressure.
Kim going out to the bar with all of us after the show. That's the right attitude. So here's the thing. Now, if Jennings is healthy, we don't have an answer for this today. This is a contextual one.
Yeah.
If Jennings gets good practice reports tomorrow, I would definitely make Jennings one of them because I think we're in that place. I don't think Puka plays tonight, and even if he does, it's such late notice on it. Yeah, it makes me skeptical, so I take it out of the equation. Then it comes down to the other ranking here. So let's place him at 4th. B-Rob, I think, is an easy touchdown one. I think that is the safest play. So Jennings, B-Rob is how I would go. Now, I want to talk about Marvin Harrison Jr. for a second because this is very interesting. I've been, as a big-time manager of him in a lot of leagues, there's a lot of frustration out there. I have the same frustration you guys do. What I've seen is for a guy who is so good at running all the different routes in the route tree, they are not using him nearly enough in that way.
Nope. Agreed.
It is too many go routes, too many straight aheads, which is not necessarily his forte. Until and when asked about it, they don't seem to give a crap. And that kind of frustrates me. So I want to think it's going to get better as time goes on and they slowly just cave to that and understand like that's the problem, especially when people, got reporters bringing it up to them basically because the data is out there on it. Can Marvin Harrison have a big second half and recoup that draft stock?
So I'm actually higher than probably consensus on him this week because I've been writing about this in the primer for multiple weeks, Joey, like basically the entirety of the season. I lean with Marvin Harrison Jr. and Brian Robinson on this one because I personally don't think that Jennings plays this week, but again, it's still up in the air. I do not think that Puka plays this week. But Marvin Harrison Jr. specifically, his splits between 2 high and single high coverage have been like Grand Canyon size. We're talking about versus single high, and this is all in the primer right now, versus single high, we are talking about a player that has a 27% target share, a 41% air yard share, and his yards per route run is almost at 2.8. Those are the numbers of the player that we thought we were getting on a weekly basis this year. But the reason I'm high on him is because that's what Miami runs. They use single high on almost 56% of their defensive snaps, and they're quietly bad versus deep passing. This is why I kept the faith candle lit a little bit for Anthony Richardson last week. I think Marvin Harrison Jr., this is a sneaky good spot for him.
Right,
so I'm in on him.
To me, B-Rob plays. Then it becomes Jennings or Marvin Harrison. So what do you want to do there?
It's Marv. I'm going with Marv.
All right, so B-Rob and Marv is what we're doing there. Okay, there you go, Kim. So no pressure. But I mean, we definitely none. But that's an important one because I think everyone's having the Marvin Harrison.
Oh yeah,
like,
everybody's having big time questions. Yep,
yeah, especially if you have a deep roster. You're looking at like, do I want to play Watson over him? Do I want to play Pittman over it? Like, these are legitimate questions.
I mean, when he faces too high, it's bad, man. Like, he's getting like a 15% target.
But the problem is, but again, that's the fault of the offensive coordinator.
It's putting this all lays it.
Or why aren't we moving him to the slot sometimes? Like, why aren't we doing what they did with him at Ohio State? Like, this blows my mind. It's like you see a guy who's got success at college, and then you bring him to the NFL. It's still a pro style offense at Ohio State, but do the things that made him great there. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. To
your point about his rest of season outlook and just kind of like eyeballing the rest of his schedule, like Chicago's a single high team. So is Seattle. He gets them twice. Fantastic matchup.
Yeah.
Minnesota, don't start him against them. New England has switched back and forth, so you can run him against them. Carolina, single high team. The Rams, single high team in week 17. So if anything, probably need to go out there and trade for him, buy low on Marvin Harrison Jr.
All right, Jay from New York is here. Hey, guys. In full PPR, I need 1-2 for the flex spots. Olave, Hubbard, McMillan, Tank, Dell.
I am going to go. So Dell is definitely in. Olave, if he clears concussion protocol, I think it's Olave and Dell for me. Are you going to go with Hubbard over one of those wide receivers?
I am. I go with Olave and Hubbard, and then
I just don't have any faith. Dude, we've seen what a Bryce Young offense.
I don't have a lot of faith in Tank Dell.
Bad.
Tank Dell's not exactly blowing the doors off. Like, I know it's
the Colts, dude.
Yeah, you know what? That's what I told myself last week against the effing Dolphins. And you know what? F the Dolphins.
Well,
after that was crazy. I couldn't believe Tyreek Hill can't get a catch against the Colts.
Well, that's more on a Snoop or Scoop. We lay that at his feet.
Schloop. Zach, hey pros, thanks for all you do. PPR, Higgins or Swift?
You know what, Swift, man, you could run on the freaking Commanders. I'm going Swift. I'm going Swift. Chicago wants to run the ball, and this is a great matchup.
This will be the third week in a row where Swift has a really good, actually maybe a fourth week in a row. Now that I'm thinking about it, where he's got just great like this. He might be one of the best sell high candidates at the trade deadline. Really,
I'm going to have him as an RB1 this week, no doubt.
How do you not?
I'm going to be above consensus.
Here's a good one.
I think he's like a mid RB2 in ECR. Like I double take when I saw that.
Here's from Katie Aggie, Caleb or Murray. I think you got to play Caleb.
I'm going Caleb. Yeah, big time Caleb. To me, that's easy. That's easy, Caleb.
All right, Nicholas. Hey, Jens, Andrews or Laporta this week in the full PPR?
Terrible matchup for Laporta.
He's been disappointing.
Sorry, excuse me. Terrible. I meant to say terrible matchup for Andrews. I think Laporta gets the bump
too.
Yeah, I mean both of them. But I think Laporta gets the bump because what has crushed him has been the JMO breakout. No JMO this week. We could see Laporta factor in more passing attack.
That is true. The dynamic of the offense has changed with James.
They've gone super run heavy, dude.
Super run heavy, and then explosive over the top. I mean, it's hurt. It's also hurt. Amon-Ra to a certain.
It's hurt him and Laporta. I mean, it's been Goff is playing really good football. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and dice that up. I mean, I put in a freaking MVP bet for him yesterday, so I definitely think that.
Who'd you for Goff?
For Goff, dude.
No.
Okay.
Jared Goff's not winning the MVP.
Okay. All right. Detroit Lions win 13 games. They're winning the NFC. Lamar falls off at all. You're telling me Goff doesn't have a chance for MVP? He's playing.
I don't think the
lights out football.
I know. Now. I don't think the media is going to give Jared Goff an MVP.
Who else then? If it's not Lamar, then who? Who is it?
Well, look, it's first of all, it's Lamar by a mile right now. Like,
Okay, but if it's
I know
not Lamar,
the
then who
odds
is it?
don't bear that out. But
If it's
hard.
not Lamar, then who are you putting a vote with? I mean, again, this is why
Well,
people need
how
to be
about
signing up for betting pros.
how about the 14-2 Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes not having any
Patrick
help
Mahomes has
again?
more interceptions than touchdowns. There's no way in
I
hell.
understand, but they don't care.
No way in
It's
hell.
the media narrative. Like, to be honest with you, there's two guys who should be getting votes for MVP right now.
Give it to the freaking Chiefs defense. They're the ones carrying it.
And you're not wrong. But there's two guys who should be in the running for MVP, which should be the front runners. They play on the same team because the other one's Derrick Henry.
Yeah, but you know as well as
I know.
Running
but
back
like,
is never winning that.
If we're keeping it 100,
he'll win Offensive Player of the Year, though.
If we're keeping it real, there has not been a quarterback this year that I think has been more valuable than Derrick Henry has been to the Ravens.
Lamar's still at plus money too, so I mean, I don't mind people.
He is. I've already bet him too.
This
is from Annie. Hey, pros, love you. Thanks, Annie. And Annie's got a question too. Pick two, please. Connor, Dowdle, Eckler, and Bigsby.
Connor and Tank. There
you go. Love the Tank, Bigsby. I love that we get to talk about him this year after last year.
I know.
Talking about him at all.
I was a year early, Joey. I was just a year early.
And $1 short. Bjork. Who to start in the flex? Ladd McConkey, Tyler Lockett, Jalen McMillan, or Cedric Tillman?
I don't know if Ladd plays. I don't even know if Ladd plays this week. It's Tillman for me. I think it's pretty
Tillman, let's go.
Yep.
Let's go to Rob. Tua or Darnold at QB this week?
Ooh. Let's go Tua.
Where are the ranks with that? That's an interesting
He's
one.
QB 16 in ECR right now. And I think that's only
Tua.
I think I think that's only because people are like, okay, does he play or does he not? I think that by the time we kick off on Sunday, I think Tua is probably going to inch up close to being a QB1.
Would you play Tua over Mahomes this week?
Yes, easily. Like, it's not even a question to me. Mahomes has not put up more than 20 fantasy points in a game since week 12 of last year in the regular season.
Sam Darnold is ranked 7th this week against the Rams.
Yeah,
7th.
That's a little bit too much for me. I think it's a huge Aaron Jones game.
All right. Carlos Munoz Lopez, one start. B-Rob or Kamara this week?
Is that B-Rob or is that Bijan? Like,
well,
that's pretty high. I mean, either.
Let's pretend it's Bijan Robinson. Go.
I mean, it's easy Bijan.
Okay, let's pretend it's Brian Robinson.
I'm actually going Kamara on this one.
Okay, good. I think that's the right thing to do. Need a flex this week. Dobbins, Jacobs, or Javonte? It's from Jamie.
Oh. God, this is a lot of my favorite things.
I don't know if I want to play Jacobs necessarily, but I understand the Javonte matchup is the one. Jacobs is at 13. Javonte's at 17. Look, if you want to play
I'm going Vontae. I'm going Vontae.
It's Javonte against, you're playing against the ECR, but it's Javonte in the matchup because
I'm shooting for the upside
there, man.
I'm shooting for the upside. Like, this is one of those games where Javonte gets like 23 carries. He has like 120 and 2. So
this is from Nick. My dogs, what's happening? PPR, one rest of season. Christian Watson, JSN, Jauan, Jennings, rest of season.
If he's healthy, it's Jennings.
Even when McCaffrey returns triumphantly?
I don't know if he actually returns. I still think they're blowing smoke there. I don't think he does either.
And then AR or Baker rest of season. Or pick up Dak. I kind of like picking up Dak. I'm not going to lie.
This would have been slam dunk Baker if he had weapons. But again,
Baker without
I think Mike Evans. I think Mike Evans is going to be out longer than they're even talking.
He's going to be out
about.
At least a month.
I think he tore his hamstring.
He's going to be out at least a month. I'm telling you right now.
I'm going to go Dak. Screw it. We're just going to
go Dak too.
Volume. We're going Dak.
Hey, what happened last year? Everybody hated the Cowboys offense and they went to Dubai and they came back. I think the Cowboys are going to win this week. This is my upset of the week.
They're going to throw. Oh, I already bet their money line. I'm with you. That was one of the first bets I made of the week.
I don't care. Like, this is the perfect spot. I mean, as long as they're not at home, the Cowboys can win football games.
The exact opposite of every other NFL team.
Amazing too when you watch the 49ers are slowly imploding on themselves. Like
3-4.
But this is exactly
I got a question, Joey.
This is exactly what we watched the Eagles do last year, right?
Do the 49ers make the playoffs this year?
Yes, but they're a first round exit just like the Eagles last year.
Okay.
Just like all these teams that lose the Super Bowl and the next year is struggle bus.
Play better. They're 3-4 right now. Like, they're going to have to.
Yeah, but that division is crap.
Games, man. Well,
division's so bad.
You don't think Seattle's good enough to take the division though?
No, because they've had opportunities to get ahead there and to handle their business. But every time they get a real opponent, they completely crap the bed.
Their defense has fallen off massively too.
I mean, look, the first 3 weeks they played Bo Nix's first game, and they played the Patriot. Like everyone was like, "Wow, Seattle's maybe good." And I kept saying, "Well,
wasn't there a Bryce Young week in there too? Am I missing that?
It might have been too. I mean, they had some really cookie matchups, and then they just got their ass handed to them ever since. Recyclops, Guns and Broses. This is it. This is the one. Guns and Broses. I like that. Tell me if I'm crazy. I rejected Mahomes and Kelsey for Pollard. I don't know what side you're getting.
I mean, it depends.
I'd rather have Mahomes and Kelsey, to be honest with you.
He'd be getting, from the way that I'm reading this, he'd be getting Mahomes and Kelsey. But I mean,
if you need the RB depth,
I would have rejected that too. I would keep Pollard. I mean, he's saying he has Tua and Darnold, and he has Kraft. I don't think the drop off from Kelsey to Kraft is that far, and Mahomes is worse than both of those quarterbacks. So,
well, look, you've got Kyron, Swift, and Pollard, so you're in a good spot there.
That's more of that. That is a name value trade and not a production trade. So, I do think, to me, give me the production over the name value.
I do think Mahomes will turn it around a little bit, though.
I mean,
look, you took away Rice, you took away Hollywood Brown, Hopkins is. I'm a little worried about that whole
be their clear wide MCL
thing
immediately.
I agree. I think he'll be a new man out there. Yep. I think you're going to see just can that knee hold together.
You go from catching passes from Will Levis and Mason Rudolph to catching passes from Patrick Mahomes. How do you can you imagine the joy that must have been in DeAndre Hopkins' heart as soon as that trade happened? He's like, oh baby, I've been set free. He pulled the Antonio Brown. I've been set free.
Is there anybody left to get dealt at the trade deadline at this point?
I mean,
Cooper Kupp, maybe.
Can we rule out? I mean, do we really think Calvin Ridley can't get dealt too?
I'll tell you what. If Puka is coming back this week, he's an interesting buy because if they do deal,
I think Kupp can get moved too.
Yeah,
Tampa Bay.
Then all of a sudden,
Bay is the easy correlation.
It is, and then all of a sudden, Puka gets the full target share in that offense. So
Puka's what if he's healthy?
All's not lost.
What wide receiver? What is Puka rest of season if he's no Kupp 12. And he's healthy? Yeah,
top 12 probably.
Top 12, probably top 5.
All right. If we don't get to your question today, don't worry. My Playbook has you covered. Go download the My Playbook app wherever you get your apps, and of course, make sure you use the Start Sit Assistant right now, or just go to fantasypros.com/myplaybook. Sync your leagues for free. Use the Start Sit Assistant. It's going to help you dominate your leagues and help you get the right players in and the wrong players out of your lineup. Also, check out the autopilot feature. That's a pretty good one, too. Just in case you got busy life stuff going on, you can always set the autopilot, set it and forget it, and make sure those moves are made. But you can only get them over at My Playbook. Download the app right now. All right, let's get to some more questions. Let's go to White Bass Fisherman. Hey, guys, I've listened to every segment this year. Okay. I love the guidance. Full PPR. Should I start White or Brown at RB?
Rachaad White, baby.
All right. I'm stacked at receiver. And then B-Rob's been the other solid RB. Yeah. I mean, I think Rachaad White.
Yeah.
It's a good situation for him. It's a good time.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, we are a pro Rachaad White show today.
All right. Well, we're always a pro.
You always have been.
You haven't
coming
been,
around. I'm just hopping on the bus and riding for the fantasy points this week.
All right. C. Powell. Hey, pros. Worth starting Tua this week over Darnold, or is that a stretch?
I don't think it's a stretch.
He doesn't think it's a stretch. I think it's a stretch that first game back, but I don't think it's that. I don't think it's as far apart as the ECR does. Kraft versus Laporta. That's the question here next.
Kraft.
All right, let's go to the next one here. Mr. Capone, Nabers, McLaurin, Smitty, Waddle. Pick 2.
Nabers is definitely in.
Waddle.
I'm playing Nabers, and so this is assuming I'm making this decision, assuming Jaden Daniels is out, because I do not think he plays this week.
I assume he's out too, considering.
I'm going Nabers and Devontae. I think it's a huge Tyreek Hill week. I think it's Devon Etienne. I think Waddle might be on the outside looking in.
All right. Next up here is Caleb. 2 questions: Devonta Smith or McLaurin?
Smitty.
Then Tank Bigsby or Irving?
Tank, because I don't think Bucky plays.
Done. Easy. Neto Prado. Love the show. 4-3 and 3 in a 10-team PPR. Pick 2. A wide receiver and a flex. McLaurin, Pickens, Etienne, Worthy, and Hopkins. Etienne's in the flex. I'll let you pick the other one.
Etienne and Pickens. It's Pickens. The Giants can't
Russell
cover
Wilson,
anybody.
greatest quarterback that ever lived, everybody.
Oh, God. Dude, his numbers were very fun to look at for the primer. It was like, oh, all these fantasy points. And then you look at the accuracy metrics, and they were all not great. So he ran hot and got lucky. That's all I'm going to say. We're going to see Justin. We're going to see Fields again. I'm telling everybody.
You can't live and die on 50-50 balls in the NFL, even if George Pickens
Nope.
is the guy you're throwing to.
Nope.
George Pickens ain't Randy Moss. Okay.
Russell Wilson ain't it, man.
And Russell Wilson ain't Randall Cunningham throwing the balls or anybody knows guys. Let's go to Jennifer's question. Hey guys, need help. I lost Godwin, and maybe Metcalf. Sounds like Derek Brown's team in our flex league.
I know, man. This sounds like my squad. Jeez.
Sounds like your problem.
It's been good times, but we have fallen upon rough times lately. And I think Joey froze.
All right, I'm back.
Okay, I didn't know. Right. I didn't know if that melted you down. Just talking about how bad my team is hurting this week.
No, it's just the annual.
The joy crushed your internet.
It's the weekly pause of my internet for whatever reason during the stream. Luckily, she still has
the hamster, sir.
You don't. So who do I play for Godwin? Shakir, Doubs, or Worthy? I also picked up Franklin. I would play Doubs. Keep it simple. The Doubs trend has been strong.
Shakir for the floor, the ceiling. I'm actually going to say is Franklin. Maybe I'm drinking the Kool-Aid too much.
Oh, no. Derek Brown has gone far. No, this is what happens when you stay up too late, right in the primer. Jen, don't listen to him. Play Doubs. Just get out. I never do this to you.
I can't believe you're going Doubs on a Christian Watson week, but here we are.
Yeah, you know what? Christian Watson. I'm waiting for Christian Watson day.
Okay.
Or hour.
Welcome to Sunday. Which, by the way, we're going to be talking more football on Sunday too.
That's right. Derek and I were on the Sunday stream together.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done one of the Sunday streams in a while with all these London games going on.
I know. I haven't done one since week 1. It's going to be a fun time, man.
That's right. Yo, bros. Pick up start question. Tillman or Odunze or both? Then which is the start? Pick up both.
Pick up both. Play
Tillman. Oh, see, we're friends again.
Hey, it only took one more question.
See that? Those like nice things happen. All right, let's go to
now we fight.
Question here. Hey guys, hate holding 3 quarterbacks, but I have to start one here. Mahomes, Baker, or Geno?
I'm going Baker.
Really? Without the weapons?
Geno plays Buffalo, dude. It's gonna be. I think it's a big Ken Walker game. Buffalo's been tough, and Mahomes. I'm no. Mahomes is a QB2 and no upside.
Jen, it's the Raiders. The Raiders went in last. I'm gonna
Kareem Hunt 2 touchdowns incoming.
I'm gonna do a little football here. Okay, last year the Raiders went into Kansas City and whooped them. The Kansas City Chiefs haven't forgotten that. They're gonna run up the score. I think on the Raiders. I think they're gonna try to. I'm just gonna play Mahomes this week.
So I don't 4 touchdowns for Kareem Hunt. That's all I heard.
Well, if he's throwing 2 of them, I don't care. And Mahomes did have a rushing touchdown last week, too. So,
hey, he's not throwing them, so he's got to get in the end zone somehow, I guess.
Yeah, get in the end zone somehow. Remember at the top of the show, we plugged it, but I want to plug it again. The Are They Playing tool. This is the one where you're going to know whether or not somebody's in or out this week. It's going to give you percentages using AI technology, fairy dust, and just a little bit of Derek Brown's beard. All those things get mixed together at FantasyPros.com. And you can get the most accurate predictions on whether or not an injured player is going to make the game. And this is invaluable, especially this time of year. So if you haven't seen this, again, it's one of our new tools at Fantasy Pros, fantasypros.com/aretheyplaying. This is the place to be. Sync your league for free with my playbook and get your team's custom report so you can make the right moves on the waiver wire or the right moves on your roster to start sit and make sure you're getting the best chance you have of players in your lineup that are actually going to play. That's what it's all about.
Let's play the hits here for a second, Joey.
Okay.
DK Metcalf, 37% chance to play. Debo Samuel, 36%. Jaden Daniels, 37%. All of these are not good. Not good at all.
Not good. Questions are good, though. Let's get back to the questions here. Let's get the boss, Bruce Springsteen's questions here.
Oh, I thought you were going to toss in something from Mike Mayer. I guess that usually happens in Slack.
No, I don't see any Mike Mayer questions here. Otherwise, he's on a cruise anyway soon. He's going on a cruise.
He leaves on Saturday. He's not yet, but he's going to be.
I already talked to him today. He's mentally there. Sup, y'all? Full PPR, McMillan or Tillman?
Tillman.
All right. Let's get to Kyle. Has anyone ever said Joe's last name like the Little Caesars guy? It's oddly fitting. No, never, Kyle.
No,
never in my whole life has anyone called me.
Nobody's ever done that.
I've never heard it. I mean, in fact, you were the first person, Kyle, to ever discover this fact ever in the history of me. You know what the worst part is?
Joey was going to dress up for Halloween as the Little Caesars guy. I talked him out of it, but he wants to. Yeah.
It's the funniest thing every time someone discovers this, like somehow they think that they've landed on the moon. It's my favorite thing. And then Little Caesars kind of went away, if you recall. Like it wasn't a thing. It kind of disappeared.
It go away again.
It looks gross. I've never eaten it. I've eaten Papa John's. I've eaten Domino's and Pizza Hut. I've never had a Little Caesars pizza.
But I'm saying this knowing that Little Caesars might never sponsor this show, and I'm okay with that. I don't want. If Little Caesars wants to sponsor me as their official, like whatever, I'll do it. I've already said I'm not above an Imodium sponsorship with that. Does that come with it?
I'll buy my own if they pay me enough. So let's go. Okay. I'm not above it, but I'm just teasing with you, Kyle. Yes, they have.
Well, just make sure you have enough hands to carry things. You don't get bags up there in Jersey. So.
Here's irony. This is Roman from Germany who's got a question about Finland. No, Roman from Germany says, "Hi, I might need a replacement for Jaden Daniels. Knicks or Goff? It's Goff.
It's Goff.
Let's not get crazy with this Bo Nix.
I'm not getting crazy. I said Goff.
My God. Here's one from Dugan. Purdy or Burrow? It's Burrow for me.
Burrow.
I'm not
he might not have anybody to throw to this week.
He might not have a job pretty soon. The Cinderella's maybe stayed out a little too late at the ball. Just saying.
Yeah, well, fairy godmother, aka Kyle Shanahan, needs to chill the hell out.
Well, I mean, I'd be pissed too, but can't blame all on him. Stromer, Flex Njoku or Chase Brown.
Ooh. Let's go Njoku. I love Njoku this week.
Shanahan. Again, I always say the same thing about Shanahan. He's too smart for his own good. He's clever.
Do you think he's going to go back and try to tie the Falcons' loss in the Super Bowl to Purdy too? I mean, come on. It's about as realistic as tying their season to Purdy too. Purdy's played really, really well. Like people
considering the circumstances,
needs to back the hell off.
I mean, he's just a boy. You know what I love that I saw Robert Saleh got a gig with the Green Bay Packers as a consultant. You think that's him and LaFleur? Like LaFleur just wants them to come so they could just swap stories about how miserable they were when they had to worry about Rodgers.
Agreed.
Oh, it's great.
I love seeing Robert Saleh making the rounds. Hope he gets a head coaching.
That was so funny to me. Of all the places, like Green Bay,
the Jets.
Like, come on, man. I know they have a relationship, but that's still pretty funny.
No, it's hilarious. I mean, he should have worn an Aaron Rodgers shirt to practice too. That'd have been glorious. I wonder if
the Patriots should have brought him in to try to fix their defense. That's what I would have liked to see.
Yeah, well, Gerard Mayer might be a one and done coach. We'll see.
I don't know if he's one and done, but I did say this to Erickson. I think he might be one of these guys where he gets the 2 years, and if like you give him that first year, and then in the second year, if you win 7 games, you're done. Like then they move to Vrabel's just waiting in the wings for that job.
Coming out and calling your entire team soft, probably not the best way to sit here and motivate your guys.
I don't know. That's how you guys got better. I called everybody soft. Next thing you know, you guys started answering questions better. Let's go to Heather Mendez. Hey guys,
I'm gonna
full PPR. Please pick one. Flex. I'll find you. I will.
That was well done. I gotta give you. That was well done. I didn't even have a comeback for that. That was so well done.
All right, one for the flex. Hubbard, Pollard, Jennings.
Pollard.
Pick 2 for wide receiver. Harrison, Waddle, McConkey, or Doubs.
Harrison and Waddle. I don't know if McConkey plays.
Even if he does, it's mid at best.
Still a run first offense.
It is. They really should throw more. They
should.
Josh
here throws for over 300 last week and couldn't even get a freaking touchdown. You hate to see it.
It's very sad. The opportunities missed. Josh here, first time chatter. Love y'all. Pick 1, Kate Otten or Tucker Kraft.
Oh, Tucker. Both of my favorite things. I'm going Kraft.
Tucker Kraft it is.
I love Otten this week, but I'm going Kraft.
All right, here we go. Here's a Brock Purdy question from Kansas City Steve.
Oh.
It sounds like a riverboat gambler.
It is. Sounds like something out of if anybody's ever seen the movie Maverick, one of the characters.
Oh, that's a great movie.
It's a great movie. It was a great movie before Mel Gibson went crazy and other things.
He did a lot of good movies before he went completely.
I know. All the Lethal Weapons are still great.
Movies.
I know.
Lethal Weapon, tremendous.
Yeah.
Payback, that's a good one too.
Payback's a good one.
That's a good. But the Maverick
was
poll.
The one where he was the
Chef's
conspiracy
kiss.
theory one with the Patrick Stewart. I'm trying to think of it with Mel Gibson. God, it's gonna get. Come on, chat, help me out here.
Oh, conspiracy theory. I know what you're talking about.
Is it conspiracy theory? Is that the name of it? I think
it might just be conspiracy theory.
I think it might actually be conspiracy theory.
Who would have known? It was actually a precursor for the rest of his life. Brock Purdy and Dak Prescott.
It is conspiracy theory.
What's that movie about the Godfather? What's it called? You know, he's a Godfather in the Italian family.
I don't know. I've never seen that movie. I couldn't tell you.
God, you're such a disgrace. I watched both of them. They were on a couple weeks ago on Saturday, back to back. It was my first day off in I don't know, since Labor Day.
Why did you want to be
started
bored?
watching one.
Why would you do that to yourself?
And I just watched it. Oh, they're so good.
That sounds painful.
Purdy and Prescott. Should I drop Calvin Ridley and start Sam Darnold tonight? Just play Dak against San Fran.
Just play Dak. Yeah, I would keep Ridley. If he gets traded somewhere, you're going to hate the fact that
single quarterback league. Stop screwing around with all these 12 quarterbacks. If you don't like them, then make a trade and get the one you like. So it's funny that movie was called Conspiracy Theory. But I was telling my kids, I was like, what's a funny, we were going through some, because they love all the 80s and 90s movies, especially the comedies. I'm like, what's a good one? Maverick. And as soon as I said it takes place in the Wild West, they're like, I was like, no, but it's I was like Randy Marsh in South Park, trying to get the Whole Foods people to come. Like, no, it's good. It's funny. It's really funny.
I low key like some westerns. A really underrated
Tombstone
one
is my favorite movie of all time.
Oh well, Tombstone's the 101, but Silverado was also awesome. Young Kevin Costner was good in that movie. So
yeah, you had a crush on Kevin Costner when you were younger. Braveheart too, also Braveheart, spectacular. Great movie. Braveheart is a spectacular movie.
Oh, I thought you were saying there was a sequel to Braveheart. I was like,
no, Braveheart has also.
Sequel. I think
it does. It's called The Patriot, where he's basically doing the same movie, but it's in the American Revolution. Travis, Superflex League, start 2 quarterbacks, Burrow, Caleb, or Tua. I'm starting Burrow and Caleb. First game,
Burrow and Caleb.
Tua. You got to prove it to me. You got to if you have those options that are both top 10 options. The volatility of Tua, if he gets hurt again, I just can't handle it.
This easily could be a big Devon Achane in the running game kind of week too. I like Tua a lot, but again, kind of like Washington, the touchdowns can go a lot of different directions in both of those matchups.
Yeah, Mel Gibson's a lunatic, man. You Google Mel Gibson, just don't. Just
dude,
everybody out there.
Yeah, Mel Gibson in 2024. The pictures you're going to find are quite interesting.
I hope he's not in the chat right now. Yo, Brotatoes, Cooper or Flowers?
Oh, that was well done.
I like Brotatoes.
I don't know if Flowers plays this week.
I like Guns and Broses. That's been my favorite one.
That is nice. Yeah. Shout out to Recyclops. I'm going Amari.
All right, Amari it is. Yeah, I'd like to see him working a little bit more. Let's go to Dayani Milkman. Love the show, y'all. I see you. On the flex, Najee or Waddle? I think you got to play Najee.
That always makes me smile so much. Najee,
somebody gave me a y'all question yesterday. I'm like, Derek's not here.
I love it.
That crap away.
But no, I mean it's part of your branding these days, Joey.
You went Najee too, right?
Yes, that's Najee.
Right. The undefeated Russell Wilson.
Look at this Abby, dude.
Regular Nintendo 12 team
Family Guy Abby.
No, it's pretty good. Who do I start? Mark Andrews or Kate Otten or Taysom Hill if he's healthy?
Otten and Taysom's not healthy, but he might play anyway.
Freddie Marcel.
What's up, Freddie?
Ebro, Uncle Joey Pizza. Stick with Marvin Harrison or start Tillman.
Marvin.
I don't want to start Tillman over him yet.
We're getting too cute with Tillman over him.
No, you are, but it's getting dark in the streets.
I know, but I think somebody's gonna turn the light on.
What happens when we encourage people? Big Booty Judy. Afternoon, y'all. Look at the size of that, y'all. I'm glad you were drinking during that. Oh my God, you sound like Sanford and Son. Here I come, I'm dying.
You can't scream Big Booty Judy when I'm drinking something. It doesn't.
Or her name.
It doesn't work out well. It doesn't
spelled like out. Jerry Judy, but how do you feel about McLaurin and versus Jalen Johnson?
Not great. Catch balls from Marcus Mariota. Not great.
Would you start Terry over Etienne?
No. Nope. Or Connor? Nope.
Dobbins?
Nope. The only person I might start him over is B-Rob, and that's it. Out of that entire list, nobody else.
Where is McLaurin in your rankings this week? I don't want to crush him completely because the Bears have some injuries in their secondary too. They're not really healthy.
He's gonna be probably a high end 21. If
right now.
Marcus Mariota is starting, he's going to drop to a high end 3.
Right now he's at 21, but
He's going to drop for me.
Get dropped.
Wide receiver 3 material.
All right. Let's go to Laser set to stun. Good evening, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, that's nice.
Good evening, Bohemian Rhapsody. 12-man PPR, Flex 1, Rashod White or Tank Dell.
Rashod
is the guy. And look, Frank the Tank subscribed. Way to go. Frank,
thank you,
now
Frank.
You might win
yes,
the teeny
Frank.
tiny belt. There you go.
Exactly right.
Let's go. Be like Frank. Get the teeny tiny belt. That's what we want here. This is a good one. Tom, playing my wife this week, so I'm definitely overthinking this and maybe sweating.
Tom, is your wife in the chat too?
Dishes.
We got to get a question from her.
If he loses a week of doing the dishes, that's not good. So Tucker Kraft or Kate Otten this week. Half PPR. I'm playing Kraft.
Oh, I'm playing Kraft.
Good luck.
Good luck, Tom.
This is from Danny C. Start Puka, Waddle, or Jennings. Waddle's the healthy
Waddle.
You got to play Waddle.
Puka's not playing. Jennings might not play. Playing Waddle.
Here's one from Thomas. I always listen from work. I need help in PPR.
Thanks,
if no Debo, pick 3. McMillan, Tolbert, Bateman, Tillman, Hawkinson. I'm not playing Hawkinson.
Or Pop's in there too.
Oh, Pop. Oh, sorry. I thought that was I thought that was an instruction like Pop.
Oh, yeah. Pop 3.
Yeah, Pop 3 of these. I thought Thomas was really cool. Flowers did not practice today either. Tolbert for me. Tolbert, Tillman, and McMillan probably for me.
For me,
I'm just not buying this Bateman game. I'm just not buying it.
Pop, Tillman, and if Flowers is out, it's Bateman. If Flowers plays, I would go Tolbert.
All right, there you go. Let's go to Panda Martinez. That's a good one. 12 PPR. 2 wide receivers, 1 flex. Amon, Nabers, Reed, Brian Thomas, Pittman Jr., and Watson. Y'all are awesome. Thanks, Panda.
Thanks, Panda. Amon, Nabers, and BTJ for me.
That's if Reed's out, right?
I'm still kind of like BTJ over Reed this week.
Okay, I would play the first 3 guys there unless Reed is really not getting practices.
I don't know if he's fully healthy though, man. I think he's more dinged up than we're getting told here.
I know, but Pittman Jr. is playing with a back injury, and Watson is persona non grata in that offense. All right, let's try to get one more in here. Let's go to how about Hiroshi? Greetings from Germany. Half PPR, Stevenson or Deontay?
I'm playing Rhamondre.
It's my favorite one,
dude. It's Bryce.
Ugh. Yeah, I'm playing Stevenson too. Winston or Richardson? That's the fun one. I'm playing Winston. Garbage time. Let's go.
We're eating them W's, baby. Eating them W's.
James Winston is silly, licking his fingers nonsense. All right, don't be like James Winston. Be smarter than that. Go download my playbook. Use the Start Sit tool, and we're not around to answer the questions we don't get to. FantasyPros.com/myplaybook. Also, don't forget, are they playing? That's the tool that's going to let you know if they're playing. See that? It's not just a clever name. FantasyPros.com/are they playing? Look at the percentages so you can make the best decisions possible. Of course, drop your comments below. Subscribe to the channel, and you just might win the latest Trophy Smack giveaway, the teeny tiny loser title belt. Subscribe. Ring the bell till it goes ding. Drop your comments below, either live or, of course, after the stream is over is fine too. Thanks to our good pals at Trophy Smack. We're giving this away. And don't forget, this is the time. 30 free days of Betting Pros. Get in there. Again, even if you can't make wagers, come play in our contests on there. Make some picks. Win some free stuff. Betting Pros app, wherever you get your apps, or go to bettingpros.com. Sign up there. Either way, use the promo code FPFREE to unlock your free month of the premium tools. You know how good the FP tools are. The Betting Pros tools might even be better than that. That's how good they are. So check them out for free. Did I mention they're for free? FP free. That's how free they are. That'll do it for us. But the story of the game goes on. For Derek Brown, I'm Joey P. We'll see you next time, kids.
Gotta start doing those planks to work off the Little Caesars, man.
What's the best fast food pizza?
Oh,
I still say Domino's.
Yeah, it's probably Domino's.
Papa John's gives you the dipping sauce.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on if you're a dipper. If you're not a dipper, then it's definitely Domino's.